Hey everybody, this is Anthony with you, the Italian Bible Believing Jew, and this is going to be a new series responding to another video of a desperate attempt to prove the erroneous belief system that in the KJV, rejecting King James onlyism. Now, I am King James only in the biblical sense. I do not belong in the camp itself. I hate the King James only camp, because they're full of very arrogant, loudmouth, stuck-up people who are self-righteous Pharisees. The same atmosphere as any other circle, especially the 119 Ministries professing Torah-keeping circle. Well, what do you know? 119 Ministries attempts to do away with this King James onlyism belief. What a shocker. People are so desperate to find an error in the King James Bible. There must be an error in the King James Bible. And so I watched the video, only 25.5 minutes long, shorter than what I expected. I did walk into the video to watch it with an open mind. Hey, if there is an error, I want to see it. And we'll say it did not disappoint. You know why? Because the guy who was teaching this video, he represents 119 Ministries, did the exact same thing that every other corrector of the King James Bible and slanderer of the King James Bible does. That I personally observed every single time, it never fails. One, makes false accusations against the KJV, of which things are not true. Secondly, say, these are errors, when they cannot be proved. Because the fact is, you would have to have the original manuscripts to in fact prove a factual error, because an error has to be proven as fact. Number three, a lot of storytelling. Storytelling. Same thing that James White does in his book, King James Only Controversy, which I have read twice already. The exact same thing. It never fails. Those three things. False accusations. Like, just for instance, one that the 119 Ministries video is going to throw. Well, the King James translators never claimed the KJV to be inspired. And they're going to attach that to the KJV itself and conclude that the KJV cannot be inspired just because the KJV translators never believed or said that the KJV was inspired. That's a very dumb argument to make, but I'll explain that more in the series. False accusations, claiming there are errors, and then gives examples, which this video does, 119 Ministries, 2 examples which are not errors, but they conclude it as such, and they toss around Hebrew and Greek terms without telling you which text they came from. Very deceitful. But number 3, storytelling. No documentation, just allows storytelling. So I was not disappointed, because that's exactly what I expected. A lot of illogical nonsense coming from false teachers who really don't believe in truth, actually absolute truth. What they really believe is generalized truth. But I'll prove that and elaborate on that more in this series. So I hope you enjoy it. This is a response to the 119 Ministries video. It's going to be about a 5-video series because I have a lot of notes to cover, because he generalized a lot of it in just 25.5 minutes. But I'm going to have to respond with a more depth explanation, because what this guy said is just simply illogical nonsense. Also, he's dead wrong. He's a liar and a false teacher. I say that with civility, but he is a false teacher. I am King James only in the biblical sense. The God that I worship, Jehovah God of the Bible, is able to give me the words of God perfectly in my language so I can understand them. Proverbs 22:21, that I might make thee know the certainty of the words of truth. 2 Timothy 3:16, all scripture is given by inspiration of God, and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness. If you have the scripture, you have what God gave by inspiration. So watch the video, have an open mind, like I had an open mind watching the 119 Ministries video. I dare you to. It's going to easily refute this guy who is teaching this video. Are there errors in the King James Bible? No. King James onlyism is biblical, only in the biblical sense. Before you laugh or criticize or want to say, I'm a heretic, shut up and watch the video.